Hello, I'm Colette Prince and welcome to another exciting episode of Digitize Your Biz. Today we are diving in deeper in the digital marketing space, looking at how businesses can successfully integrate search engine optimization with other online marketing strategies. Joining me in studio is Uray Narayan Prasad, Managing Director at Fast Forward Marketing. Uray, welcome.
Thank you.
So can you just explain to us what SOE is actually about and why it's so relevant in the digital marketing space?
So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, and basically it's a set of strategies and tools and techniques and optimization techniques to get your digital asset, ideally, which is your website, ranking on the first page of Google. And it's highly relevant because there's 93% of people start their digital journey at Google and looking for anything and everything really. Stuff like plumbers, flowers, airline tickets, buying groceries online. And of course, they're also searching people's products, services, as well as companies that they want to engage with. So if you have a website and if it's your business website, of course, you have to be ranking on the first page, primarily for your products and services. Yeah.
Why is SEO the best way to start your business if you want to be present on the online space?
Well, basically, from an SEO perspective, many people actually use Google. And in searching on Google, if you had to look at the principles of SEO, we then unpack what people search for, and based on that, we can optimize your website to get you ranking. And when someone's on Google, and if your website is listed, of course, you're going to get lots of traffic. Traffic equals leads and sales, and that's what every business wants.
And this is the realm that you specialize in. Why is it important to have a defined and a targeted SEO marketing strategy?
Well, it has to be defined and it has to be a strategy. Reason being because if it is, we then focus on all the different aspects and the different steps of SEO. As opposed to, and then we see this a lot, especially in our businesses, where clients seem to understand or think they know what keywords people are searching for. And obviously they're sticking those keywords in their website, thinking it's going to help enhance their rankings. But actually it does the opposite. It's much more harmful because that's called keyword stuffing, which is actually a black hat technique, and it harms your website and you get penalized. So if you have a more structured approach and more defined strategy, then of course then we're going to focus on each aspect of it and get your ranking faster.
Are people really paying attention to the importance and the effectiveness of SEO practices? Like you've mentioned, people might the tagging or over tag, for instance.
Well, not the majority, and I think most of them actually don't understand the importance of SEO for the business. So together with myself and my team, we try and educate a whole lot of clients, and obviously we show them the figures and the facts. Like for example, let's use an example. If you were selling couches, and if we found couches were searched for 100,000 times a month, what that means roughly is 100,000 people are looking for your products, but you do not feature there. It's basically your competitors. And who's getting the business? Your competitors. So we obviously show them what SEO can do for the business. One is to increase their online visibility, is to get you more leads and sales, is to being seen more, basically to get more exposure in terms of your products and services. And that's what it is, eventually.
What would you say are some of the discrepancies between SMEs and large corporates when it comes to approaching SEOs?
Well, to be honest, SMEs tend to want to do SEO themselves, and I think that's where they fall short. Like I said, they do more harm than actually good. And with corporates, some of them do have SEO, but we find that when we engage with other corporates, that even though they're doing SEO, they're not getting the desired leads that they want. So what we do is we then run an audit, we find out what the issues are that prohibits them from actually ranking, and we resolve that. And in terms of resolving it, sometimes it means we have to start from ground zero, as in rebuild the website, because sometimes the website could have been hacked, it could have been penalized by Google for whatever reasons. So we do an audit, we find out what the issues are, we resolve it, and then we start optimizing to get them the leads or the desired leads that they want. So there's a huge difference there.
Why are SMEs so afraid to approach SEOs? Because I feel like it is a big realm and it is a very intricate thing to tackle.
So I would think purely because I think it's more of awareness / education appeal. Where social media is much more easy to embrace. Everyone knows I can go on Facebook, take a picture and post, and I can do it myself if I'm an SME, so I may not have the actual budget. One, it could be the thinking around what the budgets are, and I think the assumption is that SEO may be expensive, for a small business, which is not really the case, depending on if you're a niche industry versus a competitive industry. So if you're in a competitive industry, of course, it's going to cost you much more because you have to then compete against competitors that have been around for a long time. and that's where it is. And I think that's where it falls short.
What are some of the SEO practices and tools that people can implement?
Well, you're asking me to give away my trade secrets. But anyway, so some of the stuff they can do is, one is unique content, always trying to have fresh, unique content. So don't take content from other people's website and rehash it and stick it on your site. Rather, write your own content. In the content, try and include your keywords. Also try and keep the limitations based on your metadata to the actual character limitation that is specified. Also include your keywords there. The other one is, I think one of the main factors is basically to make sure that your site loads fast enough. So try and aim for getting your site to load between 2 and 3 seconds. And I think if you keep those, if you're in a niche industry, then yeah, you'd probably rank. But if it's competitive, then you're gonna have to ask for an expert to get involved.
Yure, before you spoil any more of your secrets, catch us after the break as we continue our discussion on how businesses can successfully integrate search engine optimization with other online marketing strategies. Stay tuned.